Boys, welcome into Browntown. Welcome to Browntown, population 3.
Oh, I'm here.
Who better to welcome?
1, 2, 3.
I finally arrived.
Yeah, but who better to welcome us in than the ambassador of Browntown?
The ambassador. Some people call me the mayor. Some people call me the president of Browntown. Let's talk about Christian Braun, fellas, because he was one of the stories of last season. A rookie contributing big-time minutes, playing a big-time role on the championship-winning team. We thought he was going to play a role, but I don't know. I don't think we envisioned him playing this type of role.
No, I mean, how could you? Michael Malone is known by us, maybe by everybody, to not have any faith in rookies. But something just so undeniable about Christian Braun.
It really was undeniable, Dev.
The thing that's undeniable about him is like the movie that I think about is White Men Can't Jump with him. That white boy can play. Like, he really can play. And he's
there's only so many references you could use that movie for.
I mean, he's just so gritty. And really, like, the biggest thing about, like, White Man Can't Jump is, like, it was all about hustle. And that's what this guy is about, is just hustle and just trying to outdo everyone every single time. And this is going to be a big year for him with a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing Christian Braun brought to the Nuggets was defense. And that leads us into our big question for Christian Braun this coming season. Just how good can Christian Braun be defensively? I feel like last year, and even this offseason, when I put together my list of the top 10 defenders of the Jokic era, Christian Braun was comfortably on it. Now, I think what we're wondering is just how high he can rise. I mean, how many better defenders have there been in the Jokic era than Christian Braun? And how good do you think he can be defensively, Dev?
There's not many, especially when you think about his size, his strength, his athletic ability to just be able to defend multiple positions and also play multiple positions. Last year as a rookie, he was just trying to prove himself, defensively. And now you're starting to see that confidence, start to get stronger, especially seeing that he doesn't have to work for a position. He doesn't have to work for a spot. He's the only one that's pegged into the six-man, role. He's the only one that doesn't have to work for that. That makes it a lot easier for a young guy that has to prove himself in the league, and he's won at every single level. A championship just makes it easier.
Is he the best defender on the Nuggets D-line?
I don't know. He's definitely in the conversation. The thing you like about Christian Braun is that he never loses his head in big situations. He never goes for pump fakes. He plays with strength. He plays with composure and poise. And that was his first season. It was his first season, man. Like, that's typically what you talk about, is the lights being too bright for kids that are coming up. They need to get acclimated to the bigger stage. He just came ready-made to have an NBA roster spot. It's like unbelievable. I cannot wait to see the jump that he makes. And it's possible. I mean, it's entirely possible that he is the best defender on the Nuggets. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if, we're sitting here a year from now or even midway through this coming season, and it's pretty obvious that Christian Braun is just the best individual defender on the Nuggets. And now when you think about the defenders that the Nuggets have, Dev, Aaron Gordon, KCP, Christian Braun, I feel like this team went from a group that didn't have a lot of above average defenders to now you have at least three guys who I think you could put in the elite category in a playoff environment. And that is integral to have for a championship contender.
I mean, you have Jokic, who's the best player in basketball. You have Jamal Murray, who's a great point guard, and not many more better than him. Yeah. And you have Michael Porter Jr., one of the best shooters in the world. But now they have specialists. They have guys that only get to own their craft, and it's about the defense. And Christian Braun doesn't have to grab rebounds. He doesn't have to set up the offense or anything like that. He gets to just really think about being a defender, and they're going to put him in positions where it's going to be successful. He is going to be able to try to lock down the other opposing team's best defender. He gets to go with that second unit, and you're just going to see his confidence grow the entire time on that end of the floor. So I think this is going to be a special year for him.
Yeah, You're going to see his confidence and potentially his beard grow throughout the season.
I was going to say, like, the most underrated thing about Christian Braun going into the season, clearly entering his villains era.
He's finding his look. He's finding his look as an NBA player, which I've always said is a very important part of, just the career arc of any guy.
You look good, you play good, you feel good.
I've heard that before.
He really thinks he's handsome now. He's talking about the growing of the beard. And I mean, that's just coming into your own. I think he comes into his own this year.
I think he's undeniably handsome. Are we ready to stamp this?
I don't know if this panel can decide that, D-Line. I don't know if we're the three people to decide that.
I mean, I'm visually focused. Whatever. We'll talk about it.
If it's any of us, it's you. So
that's handsome? I couldn't agree more.
No, but you could be the one that decides if he is.
Oh, okay. Then yes. Let's go.
Okay. All right. It's decided then. It's decided. Let's go into our next segment. Let's play a little game of over-under.
Oh, I love over-under.
Let's play a little game of over-under. And the over-under today is, how many starts will Christian Braun have? Will it be over or under 31? Because 31 is how many starts Bruce Brown had last season. Christian Braun, probably the closest thing the Nuggets have to a Bruce Brown replacement. I'll go to you first, D-Line. Over or under 31 starts for Christian Braun?
I'm going to go under, and the reason I'm going under is because I have a positive outlook for this season. If Christian Braun is starting, that means probably KCP has been put on the shelf for one reason or another, potentially MPJ. I mean, Bruce Brown was able to get in because Jamal Murray had a lot of time off last year. Yeah. So it's like that's not an exact one-to-one. You'd never put Christian Braun in to run the first unit. So I'm hoping it's under. I hope that he's just very clearly our sixth man, and we don't have to ever ask him to rise up to start. So let's go under, baby.
What do you think, Dev?
I'm going to go with under.
Let's go.
The reason I'm going to go with under, of course, is for the same things that he says, but also with Bruce Brown, he had three positions that he could have backed up. Jamal goes down, KCP or MPJ misses any time. You could just put him in. He plays so many positions. With Brown, I feel like it's just going to be one or two. But also, I think that they really want that core of the second unit to stick together. So if there are injuries or someone that has half a sit, they have made it so that they could go with a different option to be able to back up one of those guys where you still keep your core together in that second unit. So I don't see Brown having to start as many games. I'm going to go under.
Yeah. I think you guys raised some good points, and the biggest point being that I don't think he's going to be starting at point guard.
No. Which
is something that Bruce Brown did. But I'm going to go over.
Whoa.
Because
you're contrarian.
Just trying to have a good show here.
Against the grain.
You should have started that at the beginning of the show.
Just trying to have a good Christian Braun preview here. But no, in reality, like for real, I just think Christian Braun is going to be the workhorse this season. He's going to be the Nuggets workhorse. He's obviously going to fill in at the 2, at the 3 when Denver needs him to. I have a tough time envisioning him getting hurt and like the injury, meaning he's going to miss real important games. And look, the Nuggets had a lot of injury luck last year. They had a lot of injury luck.
I thought we were going to have a good show.
Did I just bring down the vibe?
Yes, bro.
Look, I just think Christian Braun's going to be a workhorse next season, and he's going to be in the lineup close to every game. I mean, he played 76 games last year as a rookie, and I just see that number going up. The 76 was only because he was out of the rotation.
Right.
He just didn't flat out play. I think he'll start a bunch, obviously for KCP. He'll get banged up a little bit throughout the season, and for Michael Porter Jr. too. And I don't think the Nuggets are going to be as careful with Jamal Murray's minutes as they were last year. That's my argument.
Okay, well, I'm not buying it. That's fine, though. Let's go.
We went 2-1.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's get to the bold prediction. Time for some bold predictions for Christian Braun. Dav, I'll let you go first on this one. What is your bold prediction?
My bold prediction, and it's going to happen, is Brown is going to get some 6 Man of the Year votes.
Wow.
Does Harrison Wind have a vote?
He has a vote. Okay. This year will be the year that he has a vote.
Okay. That would be a bold prediction.
But I just think that he's back. Like, he has more opportunity this year. This is going to be the year that they have to lean on him. He's going to be on a winning team. And also, he's just going to be able to make his stamp on both offense and defense with those minutes. That's how you get yourself in there. Usually for scoring, Not this year. They're going to make that change.
He's going to have the record for fewest points per game for a Sixth Man of the Year finalist.
There we go.
I love that he's so compelling that he bends the usual way that people even look at the
Have you seen his
or
beard?
the award. I have seen his beard. I have seen his. I saw it reflecting back at me from the Larry O'Brien Trophy. What a beautiful sight.
Yeah. From this day on, Sixth Man of the Year, not going to be about points.
I love it, dude.
I like
He's
that too.
reformed the NBA. I love that.
Yeah.
Here's my bold prediction. And I don't even know how bold it is, but given the climate we currently find ourselves in, feels a little bold. I'm saying he's going to seamlessly become Denver's sixth man. He's going to give the Nuggets exactly what they lost in Bruce Brown. We're not going to miss Bruce Brown. Like that seems crazy given this offseason with all of the hand-wringing, all of the questions, all of our rivals looking to the loss of Bruce Brown as to why the Nuggets are going to falter, why they're no longer a complete team, why we can't look to them as the obvious team to be able to pull off a repeat. Christian Braun does, without running the offense, does all of the tough, hard-nosed, rebounding, getting in there, tough plays that Bruce Brown gave to the Nuggets. Like he was so instrumental going down the stretch. He obviously had that massive rebound and putback in the finals. And I don't see any reason Christian Braun can't do exactly for the Nuggets what Bruce Brown did last year. It's going to be a seamless fit, and we're not even going to end up talking about it.
That seems like a bold prediction that would come from the mayor of Browntown.
I feel like I'm not. I mean, I feel like I named Browntown.
You did.
So
you have full.
I'm in many ways the
authoritative rule over it if you want.
I'm the founder of Browntown.
Yeah, but you're not the mayor.
Well, I didn't want to be the mayor. I mean, I said I'm setting up. I move along. It's fine. I feel great about Christian Braun.
I like
this
it.
is my man.
My bold prediction is Christian Braun averages over 10 points per game.
Okay, all
next
right.
season. We've been thinking of who
Almost
could possibly
doubling.
average over 10 points per game off of the bench. The only guy I can convince myself that will do it is Christian Braun. Bruce Brown averaged 11.5 points per game last year. Christian Braun only averaged 4.7, but he only played 15 and a half minutes.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play pretty close to what Bruce Brown did last year. And Bruce Brown almost averaged 30 minutes per game. I think that's what Christian Braun is going to play, maybe if not a little more. I don't think we're giving him enough credit for the strides he could make offensively this season. We've heard he's been focusing on his ball handling.
It's beard.
We've heard he's been in the lab. The beard as well. That might bump him up a point or two. I think he's going to have a better offensive season than most think, and I think he's going to average 10 plus a game.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility at all. I mean, like you need opportunity to get to rack up, any kind of stats in this league. He's going to get his opportunity, and you're right. Like somebody has to score these points on the bench theoretically, or it's going to be a long goddamn season for these Denver Nuggets.
Clamp up if it's not going to be him. But I mean that second unit is going to be looking for identity, and that's going to be defensively and offensively. And there's not many more guys that can score like that. So it is going to be on him to do a bit of everything. You talk about being a junkyard dog. You're going to have to score some baskets too. And if you're going to be the sixth man of the year, vote getter, you got to score.
Sixth man of the year, 10 points per game off the bench, the junkyard dog.
Air junkyard bud.
He's got the beard. What doesn't Christian Braun have? He's got everything.
He doesn't have a DNVR appearance.
Maybe that could have been your bold prediction for this year.
Well, I don't believe it, so why would I make that prediction?
That's Christian Braun.